So here we are.
Yes.
Finally.
Finally.
I never thought my life would feel right again. I love you.
I love you. God, I love you.
Nicholas, I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Did you just get here?
No, I was upstairs with your father.
He isn't...
What's the matter?
Stefan isn't my father.
That's not true.
Stavros is.
Did Helena tell you this?
I have proof.
Wait a minute. You believed her?
My father is dead. Stefan is my uncle.
No, it can't be true. It just...
Stefan knows.
No, he couldn't
But he
possibly
didn't
know.
tell us.
Look, I don't know where this is all coming from, but...
Ask him yourself.
Helena seems to have convinced Nicholas that you're not his father.
Alexis told me, and not Helena.
Well, then it was Helena who put her up to it.
Alexis showed me the blood test. And these legal documents that were mixed up with Mikos' will, and...
Alexis did what?
She gave you the chance to tell us, and why didn't you? I'm the prince after all, right? The rightful heir. Isn't that right, Uncle?
Yes.
I find out the truth. You admit you lied.
I didn't even know those documents existed until the other
The
day.
Cassadine family tradition.
They haven't been verified.
Oh, we're getting a DNA test.
Yes, of course.
But we don't really need one, do we? You've known all along.
No, Nicholas. I have always believed you were my son.
Right.
But I wanted you to be the prince. You had to be, or Helena would have killed you. I wanted you to have the Cassadine fortune.
I don't want it. Okay, I don't want any of this.
That's why I didn't tell you. Nicholas, when you believed you weren't the prince, that you were my son, I have never seen you happier. You were free. I couldn't take that away from you, not until I was sure.
So you lied! Again, for my own good! I don't need this. And neither do you.
Stop it. I will not stand here and let you attack Stefan. He has cared for you and protected you for his entire life. He's devoted his life to you.
Why should I believe that?
Because he's loved you since the day you were born, Nicholas. And no blood test or legal document can change that. He loves you more than anyone on the earth.
Well, love doesn't justify telling lies. Don't you know that by now? You'll be notified of the DNA test.
Are you leaving?
Do you expect me to?
I lied to you. It was a lie of omission, but still. We were so close. The family I've dreamed of since the island. I couldn't let that go. I couldn't let you go.
Nicholas is very, very young. He doesn't realize what my lies cost me. How can I leave you for doing what I've done? I can't. And I won't. I love you. Are you going to have a DNA test?
Nicholas needs to be certain. So do you.
Are you certain?
It's almost poetic, really. My mother spending years watching me devote my life to my brother's child, believing he was mine. Must be true.
If he is Stavros' son, would that change how you feel?
No.
So what? I always wanted Nicholas to be yours, and I'm his mother. I've never regretted leaving him in your care. I know that he's angry now and hurt, but he is a fine person. Thanks to you. He really is. Helena can't take that away from us. Nobody can.
Mrs. Lansbury, it's Laura. Would you please tell Stefan that I'm running just a little bit late? My errands took a little longer than I expected. Okay. Is there anything that I can bring over? I'm sure it is. I can practically smell the turkey from here. Okay. I'm going to go pick up Leslie Lou, and then we'll be right over. All right. Bye-bye. Please tell me, what's pulling you away from me?
I don't know. We see things differently. Maybe that's it. Our kid moved out on my watch. Maybe it's that. And maybe it's just Cassadine being accused of murder.
What has he got to do with us?
That's what I want to know.
I'm not going to let Stefan or Nicholas come into this marriage.
In court! Under oath! The DA asked you if you had slept with Cassadine. Stefan, not Stavros, because we all know you did that. And I waited. And I waited. For you to look at me. For our eyes to meet, or something, so that we could share a wink or a laugh or a smirk, because the idea was so absurd. But you didn't look at me because you couldn't. And there's only one reason for that. Because when you said that you hadn't had sexual relations with Stefan Cassadine, you were lying. You had an affair with him, didn't you? Say it. I don't know what we've come to. I don't even know where we've been. I just know I can't do this anymore.
I can't either. How are you?
Peachy. How's your love life?
I need to know where I stand with you. I need to know where we're going.
It's lucky. There was a fire. He's gone, Laura.
What?
He's gone.
No.
Yes.
No. No! 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 No!
kind of cookies are these?
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip. Oh, may I have one? I love chocolate chip cookies. The man who owns that island loves you.
Stefan! You're back! Oh! What a surprise! I thought you said that you were going to be back next week. Luke? Luke? Honey, are you sure that Daddy said that he was having a party here today?
A big one.
Oh, I think I know what happened. You know, I'll bet that Daddy meant that he was going to a big party. You think? Okay. Hey, I've got an idea. How about if we write Daddy a note? Would you like that? I think that's a good idea, right? How about it? Okay. What should we say? How about, Dear Daddy, Happy Thanksgiving. Okay? Love. And you write Lulu? Oh, Lulu, that's perfect. That's perfect. Daddy's gonna love that.
Mommy too.
Okay, all right. Mommy too. Let's go, sweetie. Grab your purse. Come on, honey.
Hey, partner. Boy, join me for dinner?
Dinner?
Well, yeah, when your shift starts at 7, everything moves up a few hours.
Why don't you just admit it? You're here to check up on Bobby. If you do that, I'll admit it, and then we can coordinate our schedules, and we won't have to overlap.
It is not my place to be checking up on anybody.
Oh, don't start that with me. Who are you dealing with?
Hi, Luke.
Hannah? Oh, where is Barbara? Still doing the Tammy thing?
What?
Not you, darling. That Tammy who stands by her man.
Oh, man, Luke, why don't you just give her a break? What's she supposed to do? Forget she almost married the guy 2 days ago?
No, she's supposed to be relieved that she got snatched from the jaws of disaster.
Oh, really? Well, you know that faucet thing? On today, off tomorrow? That's a guy thing.
What do you mean by that?
Why do you put up with Mrs. Lansbury? Her father only hired her because he loved to squeeze her bottom. She's not even any good for that anymore.
I've often wondered how Stavros and I were ever conceived, given my father's penchant for squeezing anything but you.
Well, some men have so much passion, they're just overflowing. But what would you know about that? But your brother, for instance, so healthy, so virile. There was never any doubt in my mind that Nicholas was his, but still, when you started carrying on so transparently with that tart of a wife of his, I took the precaution of having a little something baked into those scones that you acquired such a taste for at university.
Did you really, Mother?
What would you say if I told you that you're sterile? Oh, Stefan, you were born without a sense of humor. That's why you've always been so much fun to tease. Oh, but forgive me. I'm enjoying this too much. I trust that you've had time to consider your predicament and that you're prepared to say uncle, so to speak.
Before I confess to killing Catherine Bell, I will see you rotting in hell with her.
They can't keep people like us in hell, dear. We'd end up running the place. So, you're forcing me to be unpleasant then and tell Nicholas the whole tawdry tale of how he came to be.
Tell him anything you like.
Oh, my goodness, what's this? Backbone? Wonder of wonders. Oh, but you're not wrong to call my bluff. Whether you confessed or not, I'd tell Nicholas anyway. Oh, I might consider stalling until he came of age. But still, the pleasure of sending you to prison is not worth the risk of leaving the family without its figurehead. Now, at this moment, where is my Prince Charming, do you know?
You're not going anywhere near my son.
Well, if this is your secret weapon, you're more desperate than I thought you were.
Do you really think that Stefan and I would allow you to use biology as a weapon and hurt our son again?
Then you did it yourselves? You told him?
Well, it really wasn't that much of an adjustment. He just goes back to thinking of Stavros the way he used to.
But the real shock is that Stefan told you. I would have thought you'd find an excuse in it to go skittering back to Luke. Well, give her time.
Oh, poor Helena. The very last bombshell you could drop, and it was of no consequence. Stefan raised Nicholas. Stavros wasn't his father in any kind of meaningful way.
Oh, the law would find it meaningful. Cassadines around the world would find it meaningful. And trust me, your darling Stefan here finds it very meaningful indeed. But you couldn't be more wrong about what the threat to Nicholas is and has been since he was born. I have had more than one person eliminated to protect his life, and I would do it again if needs be. Now swear to me that you will do everything in your power to protect his life against this terrible, evil man.
I know him a hell of a lot better than you do. I know what he is and isn't capable of.
Oh, do you now?
You know, you are such an ungrateful witch. When you got sick, the rest of us told him to dump you in an institution somewhere, but instead he insisted on being by your bedside and nursing you back to health.
And you know what? It worked.
Excuse me. Mrs. Lansbury said you'd be in here.
Commissioner, I've been expecting you. Thank you for coming.
You said you had new evidence on the phone.
That I do. I have proof that Helena was fully recovered and walking the parapet the night Catherine Bell was murdered.
Nobody should do what I did to Bobby. Nobody should do that. I mean, even if I didn't know any better, I wasn't given much choice at the time. I don't see how you can call it doing the right thing. She says it wasn't. If she doesn't get to say, who does?
Me. I do. Look, Roy, if 20 years ago you'd have asked Bobby to stay single and celibate while you worked off your debt to society, I'd have found a way to get you whacked. But you didn't do that. Because you're an honorable man. And there's another difference between you and Jerry Jacks.
Which is?
He's no damn good.
He's no damn good. Luke, you and I, that's all we ever were is no damn good. Until some woman came along and decided for no reason anybody could see that we were good enough, you know? I got one rule nowadays. I think one or two is all you really need. And the one rule is whatever Bobby wants, she should have. Jerry Jacks makes her happy, so what the hell?
Loneliness, my friend, like severe hunger, sleep deprivation, delirium, makes you see things that ain't there. And I'm telling you, what Bobby sees in Jerry Jacks ain't there.
So, this lonely, deluded woman you're talking about, anybody I know?
Barbara, we weren't talking about you.
Would I be correct in calling that a bald-faced lie?
We were talking about a certain Australian who, even behind bars, clings to your leg like an insecure dingo dog.
And you don't even know Jerry.
I never said I did, and you know, can I have that to go, and I'll wait for it outside?
But it's freezing out.
That's fine. I'll wait for it outside.
Barbara Jean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Oh, like hell you're not.
I'm leaving, if anyone's
Personal life
interested.
is not up for vote, okay?
Why not? This is America. And let's face it, little sister, you haven't been real good at choosing your own husband.
I'm off tonight. Did you remember to get somebody to come in and work for me?
I'm going to cover for you. Go. Be free.
What makes you so sure that I am willing to be a prison girlfriend to Jerry Jacks or anybody else?
Okay, prove it.
You just tell me one thing. Did you know about Roy?
What about him?
Did you know that he was alive? Did you know all of this time that he was alive and just decided it was better for me not to? Just like Carly, all over again. Oh, don't you dare look wounded, and don't you dare say that's something you would never do. You've got customers.
Yeah, you'll find that these video transfers are unretouched. All I did was have them enlarged and computer enhanced for clarity.
Computer created is more like it. I mean, are you expecting us to believe that the Quartermaines mounted a camera on their new crane at the docks specifically to spy on this house?
It was programmed to make a 360-degree sweep of the harbor, including this island, every 5 minutes. As the ELQ engineers will confirm. And here, 5 minutes later, as shown by the timestamp, you see Laura is gone. Catherine, very much alive, looking out over the parapet. And Helena, standing in the doorway behind her, unsupported, unaccompanied, distinctly not paralyzed.
Commissioner, haven't my son and his lover made a fool of you one too many times in this case?
Well, since he's helping me nail your hide to the wall, I'll let bygones be bygones.
But he's doing it again. It's true. At that time, I had begun to make a few wobbly steps on my own. But can you blame a grandmother for wanting to watch from above just a glimpse of her sweet grandson's wedding? Yes, I was weak as a baby at the time, and when I saw someone at the parapet, I went back to my bed. Commissioner, ask me why. Ask me why I felt compelled to keep my recovery a secret. Because I feared for my life.
Oh, that's so very dramatic, Mother. Are we through here?
Has it occurred to neither of you to wonder why only my son was convinced that I could recover when all of the doctors determined that my case was hopeless? No, it wasn't a seizure that caused my paralysis. He poisoned me.